Chapter 25. More Surprises. Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Merry Christmas, Mom. Merry Christmas, Daddy. What time is it? It's not quite 10 o'clock, Angel, Artie said. Wow, I can't believe how tired I am. I never saw so many people. Honey, Judy said, I forgot to check the mailbox when we got home last night. Anyway, you got a package from Tris. Kathy tore it open. Oh, look. It was a tape and a box of chocolate. She read the note. Dearest Kathy, hope you, Artie, and Judy enjoy this tape. I recorded it with Sammy Moss, Abe and Ida's son. Merry Christmas. I love you all. Tris. Wow. Too bad we don't have an 8-track player. Oh, but we do, Artie said. We do? Follow me, Angel. He opened the door to the garage, and she saw it. The shiny red Plymouth Valiant. I don't believe it. Oh, thank you. I love you. Thank you. She lit into them with a barrage of kisses and hugs. Artie dangled the keys. Want to take it for a spin? Oh, yes. Will you come with me? How could we refuse? Come on, Judy. Kathy turned the key. The engine began to hum. She backed out cautiously and drove toward town. It's so quiet. I just love it. Thank you. I love you. Wow. Put the tape on, Angel, Judy called from behind her. A tender ballad began.
You were like a princess standing in the pouring rain. I was just a cowboy waiting on a train. Then Romeo placed his bed and says to Juliet, you wanna go crazy together? Come on, baby, tell me you do. And from now to the end of forever, I will slay dragons for you. Yeah, I will slay dragons for you. She used to sit up in the window, wishing on the stars above, till poor Cinderella met a nice fella and fell in love. You see, it happens every day. So come on, what do you say? Yeah. You wanna go crazy together? Come on, baby, tell me you do. And from now to the end of forever, I will slay dragons for you. I will slay dragons for you.
How does he do that? Artie asked in awe. He is beyond excellent, Judy said. I just love him so much, Kathy thought, as Tris began to sing Old Outlaw. Red light, Artie warned. She pulled the car to a hasty stop. Sorry, I'm too excited. I just can't believe this. Merry Christmas, sweetheart, Judy said softly as Tris sang.
Living with a price upon your head, in between alive and dead. We'll catch up with you in the end, son. Take it from me, day will come when you will fall, when someone beats you to the draw, and you'll be one more old outlaw gunned down in the street.
It's green, Judy said. Oh, yeah, sorry. As she turned for home, Triss's compelling voice filled the car, accompanied by his mighty guitar. Kathy pulled into the driveway and let the engine run so they could listen to Blowing Kisses at the Moon. This is the best present ever, Kathy said as they walked back into the kitchen. And the car's pretty nice, too, Judy said in her inimitable brogue. He's quite an amazing lad, isn't he? Artie said. A crowd gathered in the streets of Mexico City as Triss and Pete played their guitars. Karen struck up a conversation with a taxi driver who directed her to the free clinic a few blocks away. Henry and Gretchen Chamberlain were osteopaths. Gretchen, like Karen, was a graduate of the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. We had a solid practice in Cincinnati for almost 20 years, Henry said. But the good Lord had other plans. So here we are, Gretchen said. Henry nodded. Yeah, right in the center of his will. After the family gathering, Kathy went back to the garage to listen to the tape. Judy found her early the next morning. Would you like to come in for breakfast? Mom, wow. I hope I didn't ruin the battery. I couldn't sleep. You don't have to explain, sweetheart. Did you know he was sending me this tape, Mom? No, just one of those wonderful coincidences. We thought you'd enjoy having the tape player. There's a couple more tapes in the glove box. Kathy popped it open. There was her favorite Beatles album, Rubber Soul, and a Simon and Garfunkel tape, Wednesday morning, 3 a.m. Thanks, Mom. You're welcome, sweetheart. I'm going back inside. Honk, if you need me. Wait, Mom, I'm coming too. Heaven moved in with Charity and Gabe on Christmas Eve. She'd flunked 2 classes and couldn't afford her tuition for winter term. She went back to work at the Blue Room, even though Charity told her she didn't need to pay any rent. They spent the Sunday after Christmas looking through the classified ads, trying to find a good job. After she lined up a couple of interviews, Charity took Heaven out and bought some new outfits for her. One night, when Heaven was out dancing, Charity told Gabe, "You know I'm very attracted to you, Gabriel, don't you?" Before he could tell her how attracted he was to her, she said, "But I'm involved with someone, and it's not my nature to give myself to more than one man." He told her how much he respected that. He called his family the Monday before New Year's. His mother was sarcastic. "So, the big rock star decided to call us. I suppose you need money for your dealer? Or is it for your attorney?" "I don't need anything from you. I just thought you might want to know where I'm living. But why would you? I'm not perfect like Gibby." "Your son is on the phone," he heard her say. His father came on. "Oh, hi, Gabe. Are you all right?" "I'm fine, Dad. I'm living in Holdenville with some friends now. Do you want the address?" "Well, sure. Let me grab a pencil." He gave him his address and phone number. Dr. Gregor Horevich said, "You know, Gabe, you're extremely bright, but if you don't care about your schoolwork, you won't get accepted by any medical schools, and that would be a real shame." "I know, Dad." 2.25, son? It can't be that hard. We all have to grow up sometime. I just hope, for your sake, when you do, it's not too late. By the way, Rex Waller called this morning. He wants you to call him back. He promised Charity he'd pay for the call when the bill came. "Don't worry about it," she said. Rex told him that Cindy and Jimmy Joe were getting a divorce. She found out he cheated on her when the Packers were in San Francisco. Do you want her phone number? He dialed, but Jimmy Joe Hoskett answered. Gabe hung up. "Do you want to go see her?" Charity asked. "I can't afford to." "I'll buy you a ticket." She got Cindy on the phone and arranged for her to pick Gabe up at the Milwaukee airport on New Year's Eve. "I can't believe you're doing this," Gabe said. "That girl can't wait to see you," Charity said. "Here's where I'll be staying in Detroit. If you need anything at all, you just give me a call." That evening, Betty Lou and Heaven brought a tearful Peggy Hart to the house. Betty Lou said Peggy wanted to quit the strip club and get off drugs, but she had no other means of support. Peggy told Charity her father was a black pimp and her mother was a Chinese prostitute in Chinatown. "She left him after I born, Miss Charity. She quit business, but my father tracked her down. First, he raped her, then he stabbed her 20 times. I was 4. They put him in prison, and I go live with couple in Scarsdale. They Chinese too, and was good there. Until he raped me. I was only 12. She don't believe me when I tell her he do it, so I run away and I become prostitute too. But it changed when I meet Harry. Harry was good to me, but he changed. Now he's very bad. I've arranged counseling for Peggy at the church," Betty Lou said. "The owner of the strip club owns the apartment she's been staying at, and she can't stay there if she quits dancing at the Blue Room. She just needs a place to stay while she gets off drugs, Charity." Charity was extremely moved. "Absolutely, Betty Lou. We'll look after her. Won't we, Heaven?" Heaven nodded. Peggy moved in the next morning. Gabe flew to Milwaukee that afternoon. Charity flew to Detroit to spend time with her son, who lived in an institution there. She left Heaven and Peggy $50 each and simple instructions concerning the animals. At the Milwaukee airport, Cindy was waiting. Heads turned to catch a view of her, breathtaking in a black sleeveless dress. The moment Gabe saw her and heard her call his name, he felt an atomic explosion in his heart. He zoomed toward her as she ran to him, her arms outstretched. They embraced and kissed for what seemed like an hour. Every inch of him craved every particle of her. They rode to the Hilton Hotel in her impeccable sports car. Everything he'd ever wished or hoped for, every dream he'd ever dreamed, was finally, at long last, coming true. Kathy and her dog were out and about Thursday morning. "I will eat more salad sauce. I can lose 10 pounds by Tuesday if I lay off the sweets. Don't starve yourself. Well, 5 pounds, and I'll do better when I get back to class. I miss candy. Yeah, now that Jenny belongs to Link. Judy took her out to buy a couple of new outfits. What shall we have for dinner, my love? Something light. I'm still stuffed from yesterday. Let's see. I've got leftover pork chops. There's macaroni and cheese. And I'll whip up a chef salad. Sound good? Too good, Mom. Well, don't forget, Daddy's a big boy. He'll be hungry when he gets home. The phone rang. It's for you, Judy said. I think it's the boy who called before Christmas. Kathy took the phone. Hi, Kat. How's it going? Gabe, what a nice surprise. How are you? Mean and nasty as ever. Can you join me for supper? Where are you? At the K-Town bus terminal. You took the bus? Actually, I thumped. I was trying to run away from my problems, but I changed my mind and decided to dump them on you. How immature is that? Well, changing your mind is a woman's prerogative. How about dinner? Just a minute, Gabe. She put her hand over the phone and told Judy what was happening. I'll pick you up in 10 minutes. My mother wants to meet you. You didn't tell me she was a masochist. 10 minutes later, she walked into the bus station. A lone figure stood there in a long gray coat, wearing a pair of beach thongs. Aren't your feet freezing? I left my shoes at the pool. Give me a hug. She hugged him. He lifted her and twirled her around. I wasn't sure you'd want to see me, he said. Have you been naughty? I've been perfectly awful. Do you need a spanking? I do, Kat. Are you going to give it to me? Are you stoned? Me? Come on, Gabe. I'm taking you home. He had a small suitcase and his guitar. Nice wheels. Is that who I think it is? It is. Wow. Gabe shook his head. He's unbelievable. That sounds so professional. So what's up, Gabe? How was your holiday? It started out memorable. Then it became monumental. But it wound up a complete and total disaster. Seriously? I kid you not, Kat. It went from skyrockets to stink bombs before I knew what hit me. Because of Charity? No, in spite of her. She went to Detroit to see Tommy and visit her in-laws. She won't be back for a few days. Heaven moved in. What a sweet lady. But so mixed up. I worry about her. She's there by herself now? No, there's another girl there that also dances at the Blue Room, but she wants to quit. Is Heaven still working there? She went back the same day she got out, unfortunately. Have you attended her performance? Heck no, Kat. Not my scene. A bunch of horny guys hooting and hollering. Pretty pathetic if you ask me. But she makes $100 every night, at least. Sometimes a lot more. So, you had 2 strippers all to yourself, Gabe. But you decided to brave the elements in your flip-flops and come see me. Am I missing something here? Well, it's pretty crazy sometimes, Cat, how stuff happens. I was in Milwaukee the last couple of days, actually. They were at her house now, but she waited for Gabe to finish his story. A friend told me Cindy, the one I was in love with, that married the football player. Well, my friend said they were getting a divorce, so I got a one-way ticket to Milwaukee and flew up there on New Year's Eve. She picked me up at the airport. It was incredible. Seeing her again, I was ready to totally give up everything just to be with her. I didn't even care about the pain she put me through when she married Jim, even though I knew she was really in love with me. He swallowed hard a couple of times. So, what happened? Well, we spent the night together, and it was... He took a deep, deep breath. Incredible. We went for a swim yesterday morning, and we had breakfast. She told me she had to pick up a few things at the house. I'll go with you, I said. But she said, this is something I have to do myself. I love you, Gabe. Wait here for me. She told me she'd be back to have supper with me. She said I was the only one she wanted to be with for the rest of her life. So I hung out at the room and played my guitar, and I wrote her a 30-page love letter. I was walking on air all day. But it got to be 6, 7, 8 o'clock. Nothing. Kathy reached for his hand. Well, I started feeling desperate, so I called her. Jim answers the phone and threatens to beat the you-know-what out of me. But I said to him, she doesn't love you, Jim. She loves me. Then she got on and said she couldn't see me anymore. She said we made a big mistake, and it could never work. It's not a mistake, I told her. I love you. If you love me, you'll let me go, she said. How can I ever let you go, I said, and I can hear him crying and begging her not to leave. It was freaky. I won't, Jimmy Joe, ever again, I heard her say to him. And then she said, Gabe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. I never wanted to hurt you. Please, Gabe, try to understand. Well, I understood all right. She used me to get back at him for cheating on her. Anyway, I got good and drunk and stoned and whatever else I could get my hands on. And I woke up face down on the floor. And I started hitchhiking back this morning. I was headed back to Holdenville. But my first ride was going to Pittsburgh, so I figured, what the heck? I'll surprise her. Well, you certainly did, you poor baby. Kathy squeezed his hand. Ready to meet my mom and dad? Sure. You're just in time for dinner. Can you eat pork? Sure. I'm not Orthodox. Should I leave my stuff in the car? Bring your guitar. My parents will like that. Yeah? Then they're not like my parents. I'm pretty sure you'll be invited to stay the night, but just bring the guitar for now. They walked in the front door. Haas did his guard dog impersonation until she rapped him on the head. Over dinner, Gabe recounted his adventure to Artie and Judy in a less graphic way. Judy plied him liberally with brownies and cookies. He also slugged down 1 cup of coffee after another. With a modicum of coaxing, Gabe unsheathed his guitar and broke into every minute, every hour, every day. Oh, that's beautiful, Judy said, and so romantic. Did you write that? Yes, ma'am. That was wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. I only hope that if I work at it, someday I'll be able to play nearly as well as you cook. You're well on your way, Artie said with a smile. Thank you, sir. You can call me Artie. This isn't the Pentagon. Yes, sir. I mean Artie. He bowed his head thoughtfully and shared a new song.
Sometimes I think I've got it bad. Nothing goes my way, and I get mad. That's when you look at me, and my heart melts, and everything
everything's alright somehow. If I never told you I love you, baby, I'm telling you now. Then sometimes when you are gone, and I must prepare myself to be all alone, that's when you call me and I close my eyes, and everything's alright somehow. If I never told you I miss you, baby, I'm telling you now. You've got a special way of making it all okay. I don't know how, but baby, I'm telling you now that ever since you came my way, I wake up with a smile every single day. That's when I look at you and your love abounds, and everything's alright somehow. If I never told you I need you, baby, I'm telling you now.
Oh, Gabriel, Judy said in almost reverential tones. I dare say I've never in my entire life heard a more beautiful song. Did you write that one too? Gabe nodded. He looked like he might begin to cry any moment. You are so incredibly talented, Judy said. I must say, you really are wonderful. Artie nodded. Indeed you are, sir. You can call me Gabe. This isn't the Pentagon. He laughed raucously. They all did. He played several other songs, including By the Time I Get to Phoenix, when Judy asked if he knew any songs by Glenn Campbell. Then they ate more cookies. Does he need a place to stay? Judy asked, while Gabe and Artie chatted. Kathy nodded. Sweetheart, Judy said, why don't you show Gabriel to the guest room? Oh, Gabriel, come with me. I'm coming, Catherine, he said, trying to sound as stuffy as he could. Artie laughed. They went upstairs. She called Ginny. Your folks are super, Gabe said. I envy you. They are great. They give you so much respect. I'd wet my pants if mine ever treated me like that, but then they'd be all over me for wetting my pants. Well, there's the bathroom if you need it. They went back downstairs. Artie and Judy were preparing a fondue pot. The doorbell rang. Kathy took Gabe's hand and marched him to the door. Ginny, this is Gabe. Nice to meet you, Gabe. Likewise, Ginny, won't you come in? Thank you, Gabe. I must say, Ginny, you're looking rather well tonight. Why, thank you so much, Gabe. So are you. After the fondue, they went for a drive in Kathy's Plymouth. So how do you like K-Town? Ginny asked. I love K-Town, Gabe said. The Solomons are adopting me. I guess that makes me your sister then, Ginny said. I can dig that. They munched French fries and onion rings at the Keystone Diner. Ginny cried on Gabe's shoulder about Randy's constant demands on Link's attention. Even when Link and I are alone, she lamented, it's like he's in the room. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can relate, Gabe said. I have, or perhaps I should say, I had a friend since I was a wee lad. Every single time I'm tight with a woman, he wants to be included. He wants to meet all her friends, wants to hear all about it. But if he's tight with a woman, then it's two's company, three's a crowd. See you later, Gabe. I'll call you if I need you. What kind of friend is that? Well, I can't change the fact he's Link's brother. But I just wish he'd get a clue, you know what I'm saying? Oh, definitely, Jen, Gabe said. What's your opinion, Kat? Randy is the poster boy for the Mr. Know-It-All Company. You'll see when you meet him. When's that, he asked. Ginny answered. We're having a party at Link's tomorrow night. They're roommates, but we're getting our own place after we get married. My so-called friend and I were roommates too, Gabe said, till his girlfriend moved in. Then the lousy schmuck booted me out. So, what are you taking up at school? Ginny asked. Space. A lot of it. That's funny, Gabe. But really, would you believe pre-med? You're gonna be a doctor? Highly doubtful, Jen. I'm more suited to the performing arts. School and I don't get along. 5 more years of it? Seems like a pretty stiff sentence. Did you have a specialty in mind? She asked. Singing, preferably with a band. I meant in medicine. Well, I started out with the idea of being a shrink, but I don't know if I can ask strange women to lie down on my couch with a straight face. When they got back to the house, Kathy asked Gabe to play for Ginny. She took them down to the basement so they wouldn't wake anyone up. He played for over an hour. The girls wouldn't let him stop. I better head home, Ginny said, as the 3 o'clock hour arrived. Mom will flip if I'm not there when she wakes up. It's been great, Gabe. Bring your guitar tomorrow night, okay? They walked Ginny to her car, whispering, which made it seem romantic. Ginny and Kathy hugged and kissed each other on the cheek. Then Ginny hugged Gabe. They kissed each other on the cheek the same way. Kat and Gabe tiptoed upstairs. You can use the bathroom first, she whispered. Thank you. I won't be long. Just number 1, he said. Kat? What? I love you. I love you too, Gabe. Good night, Kat. He looked at her with those beautiful, vulnerable eyes. She had an urge to throw a left jab or beep his nose or kick him in the shin, summoning the sophisticated, in-control side of her personality. She gave him a gentle, non-passionate hug and a kiss on the cheek, which he returned. Good night, Gabe. Disappearing into her room, she grappled with the words Gabe had drawn out of her. Her restless mind ruminated on this Jewish singer-songwriter model, the junior pre-med from Bethlehem, who had spent Tuesday night at a motel in Milwaukee with the wife of a Green Bay Packers tight end. Chapter 26, The Party. Good morning, Kathy, me love, Judy said. Haas pressed his nose against Kathy's toes. I am so sleepy, Mom. What time is it? It's 8:45, sweetheart. Daddy and I are leaving. Is Gabe up? Still sleeping like a baby. What a sweet young man. I guess I better get up and walk our friend here. How's Ginny? Judy asked. We had a great time at the Keystone. She and Gabe are hilarious together. Are you taking him back to school with you tomorrow? It would be nice to have company on the ride. Well, he certainly is welcome to stay till then. Tell him we said so. It was around 10 degrees. Hoss, if I love one person, is it wrong to love two? What if I love 5 people? Can I start a basketball team? Go see Dennis. Take Gabe along. Ginny came around noon. He's still in bed, Kathy explained. He hardly slept for 3 days. What does your mother think? Oh, she adores him. He is quite charming, don't you think? Aye, Catherine, that he is, Ginny said, giving her best Judy Solomon impression. The upstairs toilet flushed. I think he's up, Ginny chuckled. Kathy put a pot of water on to boil. Did your mom wait up for you? Ginny made pancake batter. No, thank God. This morning she asked me when I got in, and I told her 11:45. Kathy greased the skillet. But Ginny, it was 3 when you left. And what's 12 divided by 4? 3. Ginny grinned. So 3 is 11:45 then. Their sophomoric banter was interrupted by the sound of guitar chords. Standing at the top of the steps, the young troubadour launched into a song.
Just when I thought my life was over, just when I thought that it was through, well then you came along and I knew that I was wrong. Life just began when I met you. You showed me life was still worth living. You kept my heart from being blue. And I still recall the day that you said you were here to stay. Life just began when I met you. Believe it or not, there once was a time when I was lonesome, and I didn't know what I would do. Maybe it's plain to see, honey, you were meant for me, and I'll be okay as long as I have you. I won't forget the day you said you loved me, and that you'd never be untrue. I said only time will tell, and it's telling oh so well. Life just began when I met you. Hit it.
Bowing ostentatiously, he bounded down the steps, tossing imaginary garlands to his millions of invisible admirers. Are you hungry, sir? Kathy waved her spatula garishly. I'm ravenous, voracious, insatiable. Where you feed, I will swallow. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the beer and the cantaloupe play. Did you sleep well, sir? Ginny asked. Like Sleeping Beauty, dreaming of Snow White, Cinderella, and Rapunzel. Kathy poured coffee, flipped the griddle cakes, and threw another glob of Crisco on the skillet. These are good, Mamacita, Ginny said. How did you get the map of Afghanistan on the back of this flapjack? Gabe pointed with his fork. Afghanistan, Kathy said. The recipe said Paraguay. Well, honey, you've been snookered, he said. This is definitely Afghanistan. Look, here's the Hindu Kush mountain range, and here's Lake Hamuri, Helmund, and the Oxus River. Paraguay, my posterior. You just don't know who to trust anymore, Ginny said, shaking her head. They rode to the hospital in Ginny's car, Gabe in back. So, Gin, what type of music does Dennis prefer? He digs the Beach Boys and the Beatles, Simon and Garfunkel, and he also likes the Byrds and the Four Seasons. He was in a band. He's a great drummer and a heck of a singer, too, isn't he, Kath? Oh, definitely. When we were at K-Town High, all the girls had a crush on him. I can certainly relate, Gabe said. When I was in high school, I had a crush on all the girls, but especially Mademoiselle Lafitte, my French teacher. Oh la la, what a knockout! You just say whatever pops into your head, don't you, Ginny said. I most certainly do not, Gin. If I did, I'd get slapped silly all the time, which some would consider a good thing as long as it was me and not them getting smacked around. Dennis was in good spirits when they arrived. Mark, Bob, Ricardo, and several other men zeroed in on the ladies. Ricardo asked Gabe to do a song. Gabe played the new one he'd sung on the stairs. Good tune, man, Bob said. Who does that? Me, Gabe said. You mean you wrote that? Bob asked. Gabe nodded. You're good, man. Do you know anything by the Dead? How about Battle of New Orleans by Johnny Horton, Gabe answered. Bob stared blankly. I can do Every Day by Buddy Holly or Peggy Sue. Bob looked even more confused. I think he means the Grateful Dead, Dennis said. They're real popular on the West Coast. Sorry, Gabe said. Don't know them. How about the Doors? Mark asked. Gabe nodded. He played a very dramatic When the Music's Over, including the big scream. Suddenly there were at least 20 people gathered around, mostly in wheelchairs. When the song ended, they erupted in applause and shouts. Gabe went on for almost 2 hours. The crowd doubled in size, including 3 more women, each one mesmerized by his music. They really liked you, Kathy said later, as they ordered at McDonald's. Nah, guys don't dig me, Gabe said. They just pretend to. They'd all rather be with the ladies. Most guys are jealous, unless they're really talented. But the talented ones are usually conceited, like me. Randy will be jealous for sure, Ginny said. He's practically been stalking Kath. Tell me something personal about him, Gabe said. Something I can use to embarrass him if he misbehaves. His wife dumped him for another woman, Ginny said. What's her name? The other woman? His ex-wife. Sherry. Sherry what? Her maiden name. Stein. Great name! This will be fun. Oh, my darling, oh, my darling, oh, my darling, Sherry Stein. Gabe smiled diabolically. This is gonna be fun, Ginny said. You're wicked, Gabe said. They spent an hour at Link's apartment, decorating and preparing refreshments. Gabe taste-tested all the chips and dips, the fruit punch, mixed nuts, tacos, popcorn, and fudge. It's a wonder he doesn't weigh 300 pounds, Ginny said. When's everybody coming? Kathy asked. Here comes Link and Randy now, Ginny said, perturbed. I see they brought friends. 2 attractive women got out of the car with the brothers. Do you know them? Kathy asked. Never seen them before in my life. The foursome burst in, laughing and joking. Link introduced everyone after introducing himself to Gabe. This is Janet, and this is Pam. I want you to meet my fiancée, Ginger, and her best friend, Kathy, and this is Gabriel. Randy interrupted. He's our entertainment. There's beer in the fridge and everything else. If you don't see what you want, just ask. I'll make sure you get it. Randy turned on the stereo. Some loud trumpet music came on. Party hardy, he said. The only rules are there are no rules. Other business associates came in. Ginny maintained her composure as Randy and Link discussed their business plan with Janet and Pam. A second wave of people arrived a few minutes later, 6 couples. They were college friends of Ginny. Gray clouds of smoke filled the halls as cases of beer appeared and disappeared. Couples gyrated to the loud music as inhibitions evaporated. Randy began hovering over Kathy as soon as his business meeting ended. Ginny was on Link's arm, while Gabe flirted with all the best-looking women. Is he ready to play some tunes? Randy asked. Why don't you ask him? Kathy replied coolly. Randy walked over to Gabe. They had a brief verbal exchange. Gabe hot-footed it to Kathy. Let's get some air. It's stuffy in here. He helped her into her coat. They stepped outside. You don't like this party, do you? He said. No, I guess I don't, she said. Then let's go home. Not if you're having fun, she said. I'll be okay. Don't be ridiculous, Kat. I can't have fun if you're having a lousy time. And I can tell you are. Let's split. They went inside to ask Ginny for a ride. Randy turned off the stereo and blew a whistle. Everyone got quiet. He announced, Our friend Gabriel has some songs he'd like to share with us. We hear he's quite good. Let's give a big hand for Gabriel. There was a burst of applause. Gabe bowed pompously and strapped on his guitar. He teased the audience with a discordant intro, and he began to sing, Late at night when I can't sleep, I consider the day's most annoying creep. Why do they always flock my way with garlic on their breath and nothing to say? If they could see past the lust in their eyes, they'd see my contempt wears no disguise. I'd be the solution to their pain when they sift the pollution from their brain. As the partygoers cheered enthusiastically, Gabe rolled into every minute, every hour, every day. He thanked the crowd and pulled off his guitar. But Randy incited the spectators to demand more. Okay, y'all, this here song's dedicated to Randy. Y'all know it, so sing it with me, everyone. Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry, Sherry baby, Sherry baby. Ginny was ecstatic as Randy appeared shaken. Gabe reprised 2 more songs he'd shared earlier at the hospital and thanked everyone. A woman asked for his phone number and offered to get him gigs. Kathy called home. She sat outside the front door with Gabe. Ginny came over. Link wanted me to thank you for entertaining everyone, Gabe, and I gotta say thanks for leveling Randy's karma. I just hope somebody doesn't level mine, he said. Tell Link I enjoyed myself, and be sure to tell him something else for me. What? He is one lucky bastard. I will, Gabe, if I can pry him away from those lady bankers. Randy suddenly appeared. He pulled out a reefer, lit it up, and handed it to Gabe, who took a deep drag and passed it back to Randy, who took a toke, passed it to Ginny, who took a little sip and passed it back to Gabe. Please put that away, Kathy said, as her daddy's station wagon drew near. Kathy sat him back with Gabe and his guitar. Did you two have fun? Artie asked. It was rather interesting, Gabe replied. I'm sure they enjoyed your music, Artie said. Judy was waiting at home with milk and cookies for everyone. After a little while, Kathy's parents said goodnight. Your dad's a great guy, Gabe said. Kathy nodded. He's like a heavyweight Dean Martin, and your mom reminds me of Doris Day. It was past 1 o'clock, but they sat and talked for another hour. Kathy hugged Gabe and said goodnight. She lay in bed, confused and unable to sleep. Chapter 27, The Perfect Kumquat. Kathy looked up at her mom's adoring face Saturday morning. Sweetheart, there's pancake batter in the fridge and sausages. Your father wants to give Gabriel a snazzy suit, and I'd love to style his hair. So bring him to the shop after you're done feeding him, okay? Wow, Mom, you're... Wow. Got to run, darling. We'll see you in a little while. Hoss popped into the room. He wagged his bushy tail and rammed her toes with his snout. Okay, Hoss, okay. Give me a minute, will you? She threw on a sweatshirt and a pair of jeans. They zoomed out the back door and darted into the woods. You know, Hoss, old pal, I'm really lucky to have parents who trust me to stay out late or even to be alone in the house with a charming man. Wouldn't you think they'd be just a teeny bit uncomfortable? Hoss yawned and lifted his leg. I guess if I wanted to play house, they'd be pretty disappointed. But I can wait. I don't want anything less than what they've got, even if I have to wait a long time to find it. Hoss squatted. Well, this is it, Hoss, but I'll be back for Ginny's wedding. We'll have plenty to talk about then, I'm sure. Back home, Gabe was strumming his guitar in the living room, clad only in a pair of jeans. Can you rub my neck, Cat? She stepped behind him. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Just a little harder, please. Yeah. Lower. A little lower. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, sweetie pie. She gave him a playful slap on the top of his head. He grabbed her arm and jerked. She fell into him. She thought he was going to kiss her, but he wrapped the top of her head instead and started to tickle her. What's for breakfast? He asked as he continued to dig with his fingers. You'll see. Now go take a shower and please brush your teeth. You've got reefer breath. Don't you like it? Just get cleaned up. I'll have breakfast waiting. You sure are a bossy wench. He took a playful poke at her. She kicked him in the shin. He grabbed her foot and began to lift, spilling her onto the braided living room rug. Pinning her shoulders down with his knees, he tweaked her nose and laughed. Suddenly, Hoss sprang into action. He barked viciously and bared his teeth. Whoa, Hoss, Gabe pleaded. He rolled off her and adopted a conciliatory posture. Easy, boy, we're just kidding around. Honest. It's okay, Hoss, Kathy said. Gabriel was just getting ready to shower and brush his teeth. Weren't you, Gabriel? Gabe nodded. That's right, Hoss. Isn't it, Cat? Absolutely. Now I'd better get started on breakfast, boys. You'll excuse me, please. Hoss followed her into the kitchen. She rewarded him with several dog biscuits and quietly confessed how much she enjoyed Gabe's flirtations after he scurried up the stairs. What a fabulous aroma! Gabe ambled into the kitchen, clad in a pinkish tie-dye shirt and multicolored bell-bottom jeans with trendy depictions of jungle cats running up and down his legs. Where'd you get those pants? At an all-night laundromat. Somebody just left them. Pretty sharp, don't you think? She drank coffee. He filled his plate with scrambled eggs, sausages, home fries, and rye toast. I've never seen anyone can put it away like you do, she said. He nodded. I need every single ounce of energy I can get, Kat, as I forge ahead on this eternal quest, ever in search of the perfect kumquat. Perfect what? Kumquat. The perfect kumquat. Devastatingly beautiful, keenly intelligent. She laughs at all my jokes. And the most important thing in her life is being with me. I don't know if the perfect kumquat even exists. But as I live and I breathe, the search goes on and on and on. He toasted with his mug and slugged down another cup of coffee. Ginny called. She wanted them to stop by her house so her mother could meet Gabe. They loaded up the Valiant. Rita plied Gabe liberally with peanut butter cookies, butterscotch brownies, and an Oreo blizzard. Ginny asked him to play a song. He went to fetch his guitar. I thought your young man was named Tris, Rita said as the front door closed. Gabriel's part of our traveling show, Kathy explained. He's one nice-looking boy. Do you think so? Kathy teased. Don't you? Oh, I suppose he's all right, she said. What do you think, Virginia? He does have a certain ethereal quality, Catherine, don't you think? Yes, Virginia, and I find him rather stimulating, intellectually speaking. The front door opened. What shall I play? Gabe asked. Do the one my mom was so taken with, Kathy said. You know, the one with, that's when you look at me and my heart melts. Gabe nodded and played I'm Telling You Now. Oh, that is so nice, Rita said. You really have a beautiful voice. Thank you, Mrs. Risitano, he said. That's very kind of you. He played Life Just Began When I Found You. Rita continued to gush about how talented she thought he was. I hate to be a party pooper, Kathy said, but Mom's expecting us. Thanks for coming, Rita said, and good luck back at school, hon. And Gabriel, thank you so much for those beautiful songs. Ginny said you were really good, but I had no idea you were this good. Thank you. It's been a real pleasure, ma'am. Can I give you a hug? Oh, absolutely. She stood as he put his guitar down. He put his arms around her and gave a little squeeze. She squeezed back and ran her fingers through his hair. I knew you had to be a great lady, Mrs. Risitano, he said, to have such a cool daughter and son. Just call me Rita, okay? She cooed. Rita, that's such a pretty name. Do you think I could get a couple of your wonderful brownies for the trip home, Rita? Well, sure, hon. Can I fix you a tuna fish sandwich or two? I love tuna fish. How'd you know? You wait right here, sweetie. She fairly danced into the kitchen. Ginny whispered, I haven't seen her like this for a long time. She's a cool lady, he said. Rita sauntered back with a bag full of sandwiches, cookies, and brownies. Thanks, Rita, Gabe said. They look and smell so good. It's almost a shame to eat them. But he'll manage, Kathy joked. Gabe gave Ginny a hug and a kiss. He hugged Rita once more and kissed her on the cheek. "Thanks for everything," he said. It was almost 1 when they got to the shops. Judy was cutting an elderly woman's hair. Kathy gushed about Gabe's encounter with Rita. Judy was pleased. "That's very sweet, dear. I'm glad you could cheer her. Can I interest you two in some pizza? I hope you like it with mushrooms." Gabe flashed his beautiful smile. "You sure are good to me, Judy." Her face lit up. "And darling, it would be a great joy for me to cut and style your magnificent hair. But first, Artie wants to give you a new suit. He's waiting on the other side to measure you." Gabe stood, mouth wide open, with a dazed expression. Kathy walked him to Artie's formals, where Artie measured him for a stylish navy blue 3-piece suit. After Gabe changed back into his bell-bottoms in the dressing room, Artie began to cut the trousers. Kathy brought Gabe back to Judy's hair creations. "Do you want to keep it long, sweetheart?" Judy asked. "How do you think it would look best? You have such beautiful natural curls." Judy inhaled slowly. "I think I know where I want to go with this." Gabe laughed. "Take me there." Kathy sat as Judy shampooed Gabe's mane and began to hone it to perfection. The phone rang. It was Ginny. "I just wanted to thank you again. Mom's like a new person now, and we were barely speaking to each other the last couple weeks. You tell Gabe, I think he's terrific." Gabe's hair was in rollers under a plastic wrap as Judy trimmed his beard. "What size shoe do you wear?" 10. Why? "Sweetheart, go tell Daddy his size," Judy said. Kathy walked around the building. Artie was in the back room. His sewing machine hummed feverishly. "He's gonna look like $1,000,000, Angel. Mom wanted me to tell you his shoe size. It's 10. Great. I've got some patent leather floor shines that'll look fabulous with his outfit. Listen, Angel, let's put you in an evening dress, okay? Then we can take some pictures." "My hair's kind of stringy, Daddy." "Give your mother a couple of minutes. It'll be fantastic." "Are you still size 8? "I wish, Daddy, more like a 12. "Well, try this one on." He handed her a red and black evening gown. She ducked into one of the dressing rooms. Artie was on the phone when she presented herself for his inspection. "Goodness, Angel," he said. "You just get more beautiful every time I see you." He hung up the phone. "Hide in the dressing room, Angel. When Gabe gets in the other booth, we'll sneak you out. Now, shh, he'll be here any second." She hid. "Look at you, Gabe," Artie beamed. "Nice. Here, put this on, son. You're gonna be the new Elvis in these threads. You're really blowing my mind." "We just think you're a groovy guy," Artie said. Kathy tiptoed out the door and walked to her mom's salon. Judy was working on a 60-ish woman. Kathy whispered, "Can you do anything with my hair, Mom?" "No problem, Toots." She called over one of her helpers. "Edie, finish Mona, please." "Thank you, dear." Judy gave Kathy a quick shampoo and blow dry. The phone rang. 3 more minutes, she said. She did a couple of snips, sprayed, and seemed to juggle her daughter's head for a half-minute or so. "Oh, you look nice. What do you think?" Kathy gazed into the mirror. She curtsied and began to sing in a campy soprano. "I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and bright." "Oh, listen to her," Mona cooed. "Isn't she darling?" "She's lovely," Pearl and even older clients said. "Check this out, girls," Judy said, as Gabe strutted through the door, resplendent in his new suit and hairstyle. "Is this a hunk or what?" "Holy squat cat," Gabe said. "Look at you." "Please," Judy said, "indulge me in a few snapshots, you handsome man, you." She picked up a camera and took a picture of Gabe and Kathy slow dancing. Then she posed Gabe with each of her two assistants, with Mona and with Pearl. "Let's get one of Judy and me for my scrapbook," Gabe insisted. They snapped a dance pose, with Judy dipping. "Please, don't drop me," she joked. Then 10 more shots of Gabe with Kathy. "I'm going to send some pictures to your mother," Judy said. "What's your home address?" 20 pictures and a host of farewells later, Kathy and Gabe were on their way back to Cross in their new formal attire.